am Sapphire Ali Kintz, and I'm excited to be a part of this February Focus training series. This is something that I'm pretty passionate about, so let's get going. We all learn a list of activities that we should be doing to build our Plexus business, and they're pretty much the same for everybody, right? But once you've time blocked and decided when you're working, sometimes you sit down and during that work time, you've got this giant list of to-dos and you don't know what to do first. That's what this training is for, okay? I'm going to help you identify different priorities in your business and then help you organize those so you know what you're doing when you sit down to get stuff done. So let's chat priorities, okay? There's 5 major priority tiers that I find help me distinguish what is most important and urgent. And the first thing that I do is go through messages that are from potentials, brand new customers or new ambassadors. These are our time-sensitive items that need and really deserve my immediate attention. People that are on my website ready to order, a newbie just starting their products, or a new business builder that has somebody ordering and they don't know where their link is, that kind of stuff that's sort of urgent. I'm going to answer those right away. Second priority, this is where my IPAs lived, okay? I am posting, expanding my network, engaging with potentials, doing reach outs, follow-ups, team stuff. All of that is going to live right in my second priority after I've answered those urgent messages, okay? My third priority is going to be messages from and to seasoned ambassadors, seasoned business builders, people who maybe don't need me right away, but it's important that I get back to them or I get with them and connect with them, right? And this is going to be really hard to put off as third priority because sometimes team messages can feel really urgent. But listen, if you've got a level 1 who's been with you for a year and they're asking you where to find an info sheet, they can go look for it themselves for a little while, okay? They don't need you to go find it for them. You can give them some time. Our team has access to all kinds of groups and chats and customer service and all of that. It's not our job to spoon feed them, okay? We need to empower them to go look for answers and find resources themselves because we want to be leaders raising leaders, right? And you don't want to be chained to your business and chained to answering every single tiny question, okay? So give that some time. You can answer it later. It doesn't need to be your most urgent priority, okay? The fourth thing I look at, once my IPAs are complete, and I mean all the way done for the day, this is where training lives, okay? Training and personal development. And people get into a lot of trouble for putting this tier ahead of all the other ones, and they over-consume training without taking action. But today, I really want to encourage you to get out there and do things. Do your IPAs, try things, fail forward, right? And then come back and learn how to do it better, all right? And finally, the fifth priority that I look at is the group chats, the team pages, the other randomness that is in our business. And these are things that aren't really building my business. They might be helpful information to know or for someone else on my team, but these are things that can become a huge time suck if you let them, okay? So you have to be intentional about completing the more urgent and important work first, all right? So now that we have an understanding about what needs to be done first, let's talk a little bit about how we can organize those activities so we can do them more quickly and don't end up wasting any time. I'm going to show you a system of organizing IPAs that I developed really early on in my Plexus career and taught to my team. Most of us use it and love it. Not everybody on my team uses this. So if you aren't jiving with this, that is just fine. But I urge you to develop a system that works for you. Try it out for a few months before completely abandoning it, okay? Because systematic business growth is important. It's going to keep you on track. So first, to do this system, get a paper planner, right? Like this one, just a little paper planner for the year. And decide when you're working, look at your time blocks, what days are those, what times are those, get really clear on when that is, write it in if you need to. We're gonna go down the list of IPAs that need to get done. And I'm a fan of batching any work together so I can make it easier for me to complete because I can waste a lot of energy and get distracted switching between tasks, okay? So I try to batch as much as possible. Some tasks are day specific, but if they're not, I try to really batch them, okay? First, if you need to plan out some posts and you find that social media content is difficult for you to do on the fly, write in when you're going to batch create that content, okay? I write this every Monday. That's what it looks like. See this Monday block right there? I'm batching content creation on Monday, and it's the first thing I do after, my super urgent answering of newbie and potential messages. That's going to be the first thing I do. Top priority right at the top of my day, okay? Next, expanding my network and doing reach out messages. These are things that I like to do in a batch. I do them on Tuesday, right? So I have a batch here and a batch here. Tuesday, first thing I do, it's an important IPA, right? It works out so that I can field incoming messages throughout the rest of the week from those reach outs, okay? So I batch those because I can pretty much do those all at once without a lot of energy loss in between, right? The next IPA is building relationships or engaging with potentials on social media, right? I've gotten into a rhythm of batching this on Saturday mornings. It works for me. You pick a different day to do this, but what I do is I write a name down on each line of this planner on Saturday morning. I've got all these names. I've got like 20 to 25 people I can get done in one sitting. I'm going directly to their pages. I'm not randomly scrolling, and I'm engaging with their content. I am messaging them through their stories, into their DMs, and that is all done in one big batch on the weekend. And that is actually the only thing I do on weekends. So a Saturday and Sunday are pretty much free days. I spend 30 minutes doing my engagement, and that is it. And I have the next month or so of weekends filled up with names. So I've got like 100 people that I'm intentionally engaging with every month, and they're people that fit my ideal customer, okay? So I always know who I'm engaging with, and I'm not just scrolling randomly to engage with people. And you'll start to notice the more you engage with people online, the more you see more of their content. So you're not seeing just a flood of Plexus posts in your feed. So that's really helpful too. And it makes it more convenient to engage with them more in the future because you're seeing more of their content, okay? Now we're on to potential follow-ups. If you have a list of potential floating around like I used to, write a handful of their names at the top of your planner on your workday, right? I have them like this with little stars next to their name. The star helps them me differentiate between them and the rest of my team. All right. But I write their name on a specific day that I want to talk to them. And if, Susie is trying a sample on Tuesday morning and you want to make sure to follow up with her on Tuesday, write her on Tuesday. If it's just another random potential that you're having a existing conversation with, put in whatever day is appropriate with you, right? But I always put them at the top of that day because they're top priority, right? So when I go to that day, I know exactly what I'm doing, and I'm going to start at the top and work my way down with specific names, okay? Next is going to be team customer service with new ambassadors, brand new business builders, people like that. I have their names, a few people on each day written in the middle part of my planner. So I've done potentials first, now moving on to my team, right? So in priority order. And then at the bottom, I'm going to write business builders. So people and veteran ambassadors have been with me for a long time. People that have been with me for a while, they're not super urgent, but it's important that I do connect with them. And next to all of these people's names, if there's anything I need to note about the products that they're taking or their preferred method of communication, like text Susie, I'll write text. Or if, Nicole is doing the variety pack, I'll just put a little VP next to her name or whatever, right? Any kind of note to help me not have to go find information somewhere else that's going to speed me up in my IPAs, that is what I'm going for. So you'll see if I sit down on Monday, I know exactly what I'm doing. I'm going to plan my posts and I'm going to follow up with these potentials. I'm going to connect with these teams and get with these business builders, okay? Then at the bottom, you'll see these boxes. These are trainings, IPA challenges, or, a book study, a video I want to watch. I put that in the bottom of my day. Again, in priority order. I do all of my IPAs and then I write in the other stuff at the bottom. If you have team challenges happening, flash contests, training videos or whatever, just like this one, maybe write in for every day in February. Every weekday, you're going to write in February focus video. On the bottom, you're going to complete all your IPAs and then you're going to watch this at the end of the day once you're all done, okay? And for every one of these things that I've written, as soon as I've completed it or talked to that person, I cross it out. I move forward to whatever the next day is that I need to talk to that person or the next time I need to do that thing, and I write it in again. So it's this ever revolving process, okay? If it's a potential follow-up, it might just be only a couple days later. If it's a weekly item like planning posts, I'll move it to the next week. If it's a name of somebody I've engaged with, I'll move it to the next engagement slot on a Saturday morning in the future, since that's when I do them, right? This system keeps everyone in one place and nobody falls through the cracks. And I also don't have anyone on random sticky notes all over my house, okay? So when I sit down to work, I know exactly what I need to get done during that block of time, and I'm starting with the most important stuff first, because sometimes, distractions happen, life happens, but I know I'm doing the most important time-sensitive work first, all right? Okay, guys, it's time to get to work. I hope this helped you organize your IPAs and priorities so that you can feel more productive and see more success in your business. I can't wait to see if this is a fun system for you and if this is helpful for you guys. Okay, thanks. Bye.